Why would you be friends with the devil? And I don't mean this in like the little cutesy red guy with the horns on my shoulder giving me all that great advice when I drink too much. No, I mean like an actual living embodiment of the devil. And I ask this because I have this friend from college, a female. I won't say her name because there's a possibility she would hear this, but she might hear this anyway. She has a guy friend who is pretty friggin' detestable. He's a horrible, horrible human being. Now, I know what you're saying. Brian, you're my friend, and you are an awful human being. Well, yes, I get it. Yes, I am. But, within boundaries. No, the thing is, her friend, this guy, who is a mutual friend, I haven't talked to him, maybe once or twice in the last 15, 20 years, but he's just the worst. He's the kind of guy who takes advantage of everyone, but more importantly, does so without remorse. And I just don't understand. How can she remain friends with him through all that? I've certainly pared down my gaggle of friends. I started with the acquaintances, and then I took the rest of my bulk core of friends and just didn't return their calls until it's pretty much just J-Dog at this point. But, the thing is, I've also got Jones, and I've also got Justin, and I've also got Ty, none of whom I've seen in months. But that's, again, that's not important. I've got my wife and my kids, and it's great. My life is so complete. That's not, my question is, if you know someone whose personal identity, whose personal core is so diametrically opposed to everything you believe in, how on God's green earth can you be friends with them? So, while we're at it, let's talk about some's my family. Because, first of all, I guarantees ya, none of them are listening to this podcast. Like, not the first one, not the best one, not the last one. At Christmas, I said to one of my siblings, I'd really like to hang out with you. And the answer was, well, maybe sometime soon, but I'm finishing some continuing education and, maybe after that. If I ever finish. And then I sent text messages saying, hey, you want to come over for Christmas? Do you want to see each other? Anyway, it was a dead end. So, I guess my question is, at what point, if ever, do we cut off the toxic people from our lives? At what point do all of us simply decide to be hermits? So, that's kind of where I'm at.